Everybody, Mr. Nightspyder here again, and today we're doing a toy review slash unboxing and a possible photo session, but that may be a separate video, but we'll see how that goes. So what we got today is Diamond Select, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington action figure. So here we have it in the package. You have his an image here. You have The Nightmare Before Christmas listed there, and then it says Select on there. And then you have a little bit of side art of him. It's more of like a drawing as opposed to the actual animation from the movie. Then you have Disney, The Nightmare Before Christmas. And then on the back, you have him and you have the figures that are also in addition to this line. And then you have a display, the background and him standing there. I don't know if that's on the stand or not. I know this comes with a stand. If you want to see read it, you can pause that now. And then that's basically it. You have everything there it goes. So we're going to crack this baby open and see what's inside, and let's have some fun and play with it. Alright, and here we have Jack Skellington out of the package. First thing I want to note before I get into anything else is this figure is very delicate. The joints are very tiny on all points. So I would say when you're taking this thing out of the package, when you're displaying him, you need to be very mindful and cautious of how you're moving him, because it appears that it can break very easily. So we'll get back to him more later. But first, let's take a look at the display stand. Now, I initially thought this thing was going to be very light. This is probably the heaviest piece in the cemetery display that they have. And it's very, it's the cemetery display. It's very reminiscent of the movie where he's constantly going back and forth and singing with his dog Zero and talking about how unfulfilled he is with his life. You have a skull into the fencing, very Tim Burton-ish. It looks like there's some paint on here. Some looks like some silver going on and some gray. And then here, same thing with maybe a little bit of black mixed in. So they actually painted the base. All this has little, very detailed sculpting in there. A lot of texture going on in here. These parts came off separately. The way it's designed, you could see these little ball things there. That's where like they would break off the plastic, right? But when they're molding these things, but for some reason the other side is smooth. So my first instinct was to flip them around, but then I realized I'm had them backwards, so I guess that part is exposed. However, you have some light purple, it's paint on there. Same thing is here, same thing there. So it's a very heavy, very cool display. I'm very glad. I'm sure I could come up with other things to do with this in the future. Okay, so the next thing I want to touch down on before I get into the main course here is the stand it comes with. It's actually a really cool stand. It actually, if you have Marvel Legends and they have that port on the back, it will hold up your Marvel Legends. I was so curious, I had to test this before I continued on this. And the same thing with Transformers. If you have that port on the back of any of your Transformers, this stand will also plug in to do whatever it is you need to do for other figures. So that is kind of a big bonus that you're going to get with this particular setup. So very cool. There's a lot going on with this bundle, so it's definitely worth the money. Now, last but not least, we have Jack Skellington. Now let's talk about the good. I love the grin he has on his face. A lot of detail in there. The only thing I could have wished for more, and this is being picky, if they had like some different heads with some different expressions from the movie. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but something happened with the paint, so my head is kind of like, it won't move from that position. It's on a ball joint, but it's just when I start bending it, you can see the neck starts kind of twisting. So hopefully that's just maybe my particular problem. Hopefully it's not a universal thing, but yeah, something to be mindful of. Now right here, His waist actually, it's on like a, it's like a abdomen crunch type of thing going on, like you get with some of the Marvel Legends, and it turns, which is good. But once again, you got to be very delicate with this guy. Same thing with the legs. See that little, how they have that joint, that hinge? You got to be very careful though. They're very delicate. Same thing on the knees. I don't know what it is with mine. I don't know if it's backwards, but one of my joints on here goes like this one goes back and forth pretty good, but this one goes left and right, so it got put on wrong. It's really tight in there. I tried loosening it. I might have to get some hot water, but hopefully it won't damage the unit, so I might have to actually put a lot of thought and time into this. The feet too, also on a swivel. Very tiny feet, but you got the swivel there. And then you got another hinge for the shoulder on a rotation in there. It looks like it might have like a butter. No, it doesn't. No, it's not a butterfly. Yeah, a little bit of a butterfly inside, like on a. I got a ball joint there. Same thing with the arms. Got that same type of hinge thing going on. Also, be careful. And then the wrist does not move. It is sculpted in one piece. And I think a reason why they did that is if you look at this, these actually, oh, mine's kind of stuck in, but okay, I'll try one that's trying to do this without breaking it here. The joints kind of slide out like that. So hopefully with that I'll be able to fix this particular issue at mine. But all in all, the figure itself, there's a lot of detail in there. You got his bat tie. You can see the paint in the eyes. They painted the actual bow tie itself. They sculpted. It looks like it's sculpted and painted all the lines through his suit. See that? Even got a little button there, painted white, all the way through the legs, all the way through. So a lot of time went into painting this. So it's very impressive. The sculpt is very great on the thing. I really like the sculpt. I really like the detail. You just have to be very careful when handling it, because this is a delicate figure. So this, if you have this, please comment and share your experiences with it. Please like the video, please share the video, please subscribe. And this is the Nightspyder Collector signing out. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.